Viewers, let's also tell you that Israel's military has now stated that it has destroyed half of Iran's missile stockpiles. Iran and Israel continue to be engaged in a fully blown out war, with Iran launching strikes on neighboring UAE, Qatar, Kuwait and Bahrain. All right. Those are the latest details. Wing Commander, half of Iran's missile stockpile has been taken down, but the question of the 400 kilogram of enriched uranium still remains. What is the Islamic Republic going to make of it?
See, in this era of intelligence-sized warfare, you may have as much as of bombs that you want, but it requires, please understand, bombs don't fly and go and blast. If they blast in your own territory, you are going to cause damage for yourself. It requires a missile. Missile requires command guidance, or it requires some kind of guidance, navigation system, and a secure communication architecture. Information systems unfortunately penetrate all these things. You need to understand that. So even if they have enriched, if the leadership has been taken off systematically, who is going to lead the program today? You know, Americans will simply buy over those guys. It is so easy. You know, Sam, Dam, Dand, Bed, they are excellent masters of it. Though it came from India, today Americans use it better than anybody in the world. What we need to again focus is every Indian strategist needs to stop and think hard about what just happened this week. We have spent decades building our military doctrine around mass. The world's fourth largest military with around 1.4 million active troops, aircraft carriers, nuclear submarines, ballistic missiles. The logic was simple: overwhelm potential adversaries by scale and credible enough to deter them. Now, what you have seen in Iran is 30 heads of states being taken off in under 30 seconds. Imagine that scenario for 1 minute, because who will give the control? Who will give the command to fire? If this is 30 to 30 seconds is possible, 3,000 in 3 minutes is also possible. And if you are looking at that level of precision attack warfare, that logic just got, whatever logic of mass warfare was there in the past, it just got disrupted in real time, both in Iran as well as in Venezuela. What the Iran operation demonstrated is that mass is now a liability, not an asset. It takes time to mobilize the mass. Precision warfare will not give you time at all. Iran, before one fine day, they were talking, and one fine day you saw 30 seconds and everything gone. Now, this is unprecedented in history of humanity. Nothing of this sort has ever happened. Maybe there were tactics that were used to, overwhelm enemies that was different. But this
Wing
kind
Commander,
of...
are you saying that the United States was actually interested in real negotiations and it never really planned to kill Khamenei since the very beginning, and that it was only buying time to do that?
You see, they were never interested in a negotiation at all, right? Because they were putting condition after condition. Iran was willing to, this time Iran was down on the mat because Iran knew that they had nothing to defend, because they had seen the inevitable and they were conceding everything. Maybe even, I wouldn't have surprised, they would have even backhand without much noise would have said, we are willing to take down our nuclear program also. But I don't think Americans were up for it, because more than the nuclear weapons, please understand, Americans want to control the energy corridor that Iran controls. And that is very important, because China used to take its energy reserves from both Iran and Venezuela, and now it has become a choke point. It is now solely dependent on Russia, because the entire other parts from where it can source its oil, they are all US allies, and they will be wary of US, because US has proven some 2 or 3 points here. It has clearly told to the Middle East, be by my side, you will be protected. Otherwise, you are going to face the same music as to what happened to Maduro or what happened to Khamenei. Now, the whole game here is, there is an energy game, energy race for the AI game, and they want to choke that point for China also. So that is one thing that they have achieved. Second thing is, they will control the world oil market, which means the dollar hegemony will be maintained. Nobody will be able to think of, apart from Russia, and which is in any case okay, which is what, one-fifth of the world trading which is going on, less than one-fifth, I would say, because India is a primary consumer and they are okay, they will deal with India later. And that is where India needs to be very, very cautious, because at some point of time they will start getting behind India.
All right.
For
Shruti,
them,
I also want to bring you in at this point. Shruti, very quickly, we're running out of time in this discussion, but very quickly, how much do you think this has boosted Trump's ego? And what are the consequences of it that the world will have to face?
100% boost to his ego and 100% damage to the world economy. As of now, as we've seen, a fifth of the world's oil trade is blocked in Strait of Hormuz, and they are not letting those ships pass. Ships have been told go back or face the consequences by IRGC and their patrol vehicles. And that, come Monday, the world economy is going to be on shaky grounds. Leave China, even India will face that kind of consequence. In fact, every single major world power, economics or otherwise, is going to face the wrath of what closing the Strait of Hormuz really means for the world. And everybody's going to be asking Trump to back off or find a way to open that Strait of Hormuz and protect it. Opening would be just a minute, just blast a couple of this thing and have those particular ships vanish, but there'll be more coming in waves and waves. How do you protect a 33-kilometer wide opening where one side is completely strategically controlled by IRGC? So the world will pay for what has happened, not just Iran and not just Israel. The world will pay in terms of economics. The world will pay with lack of crude oil. Crude oil prices is going to sharply rise. And suddenly you'll find that the gold prices are going to rise, the silver prices are going to rise. It's going to be a really, really tough week for the world economy as such, not just China.
Shruti, stay on with me at that